Hello everyone, it's Samantha here of Samantha Sutherland Art and Books. This is a very different video that I would normally make, and also this is not definitely the video that I wanted to make. I had this great want to make a video of something specific, and it's been a while since I've made a video. I've been making a couple of shorts of car shenanigans again, but it's not what I wanted to do. And I have a very rare Saturday in the house on my own because my husband has taken Mini-Me out for a walk. She wanted to go for a walk, which I couldn't manage to do for obvious reasons. And I started making a video that I wanted to, but I got distracted. And then I just thought, I just can't, it's not like I couldn't be bothered, I just didn't want to. This video is a bit of a whinge. I will tell you that right now. And I don't know how long they're going to be. They could be back at any minute, which is part of the problem. Where to start? I have, over the last few weeks, I do from time to time anyway. I mean, I must suffer from imposter syndrome as well. But I've also, for the last year and a bit, I've had artist block. I have sporadically created art, which I have posted, I think, once or twice. And I've posted it on Instagram. And if I keep looking over my shoulder, it's because I'm expecting my husband back at any minute with medium me. I call her medium me because she's over 5 foot now, which is great because I have someone else who can reach somewhere higher than me. But yeah, the last few weeks, the last year has taught me the importance of reading and art. Really has. And my main problem is that I can't get out of the house a lot of the time, which is also another big problem, which also is adding to this whingy video, I think. If you can hear a noise in the background, it's the dryer. I've put it back on for a little bit. But with things like my dad being really unwell and having to try and sort his house out and sort this house out, and also we had a lovely note from the council who basically gave us a short amount of time to get stuff sorted out. We have a damp and mold problem, as I've mentioned. We were clearing out the attic to be able to sort out that little rodent of a squirrel which is up there, because I'm pretty sure it's still up there. I've heard it, I'm sure I've heard it at night. And also because we just need to get the house sorted out to make it livable so we don't keep getting or feeling lousy about being in the house. I had to hire a skip, which meant the money for my much needed rollator had to go on a stupid skip because it was cheaper than man with a van. And luckily we cleared pretty quick and it got taken away pretty quick. And it's just, you know, when one thing after another kind of life kind of keeps rolling on in a way you don't want it to, because there are things you have to do and sort out. Being an adult is a real annoyance, can I just say? I'm sick of being an adult now. I want to go back to being a kid. That was fun. But yeah, I sometimes have a fleeting thought of just closing this channel down. Just give me a minute to unplug this. I have a new table I got from Amazon, and it's got a power thing. You can plug plugs and USB bits into it, and I have had my cup warmer plugged in because I've tried to make this video a few times, and I just worry this is too much of a whingy, oh wow, stop complaining kind of a video. But I thought while my husband's out because well, I know not many people watch my videos, and if someone gets something from this, that's cool. But and you don't have to watch it. You might think, oh, not another whingy video, which is fine if you don't want to watch it. I mean, I wouldn't want to watch it. Maybe I would through being nosy. But you know when things get kind of everything piles on top, and you feel a bit. I mean, I feel pretty useless. My husband keeps telling me off because I keep saying I'm useless. And he's like, you're not useless. It's things you can do that I can't do. And it's true. But at the same time, I've noticed the deterioration in my chronic illness, and it's getting worse to the point that we are trying to go minimalist because at some point, when we're able to, we'd like to move to something smaller. So I have to be careful with how much furniture and things that I get. I've even had to rethink the library / art studio. That I was going to get a big desk and lots of bookcases and all sorts. And then I thought, well, I'm getting worse, and we might actually have to move to something like a flat or a bungalow, maybe. I mean, bungalow's pretty big, but it might have to be a flat. They're nice and small and compact. And if we do, everything that we own won't fit into it. So I have been having rethinks, and I've reimagined the library / art studio, and I'm looking at ways to make the space work, because luckily it's a small space. It's a box room. My daughter's bigger room is a little bit smaller than our bedroom, which is fine, but at the same time I have to think about how much stuff I have, and I've done a big book de-stash. We do regular DVD de-stashes, and I now only buy art books if they are of use or it's of an artist that I really, really like. Like I bought this Robert Nava book off eBay. I treated myself to it when I had some pennies. It's nearly £40 book. I got it for £20 thanks to eBay, and I will be doing a video in the coming weeks. So don't worry, I'm not shutting my channel down. But I will be doing a favourite art or an art book video, like I did with my poetry, which is up here now. This is now my art books. I swapped it all around last weekend because I just wanted to. I just felt like I should close it down. I mean, I sit and I natter about what I've been up to and what I'm reading and stuff, and I don't read a lot in a small amount of time. I'm a slow reader, I've mentioned that. I am at the moment making my way through Ramble Broadcasting Recommends Books I've Not Read, my own little challenge, of which I've got a few books read, and I currently swapped Clara and the Sun from physical to Audible because of not being able to sit and read for X amount of times, or because of the arthritis, my hands have been quite bad, so I can't hold the book very well. And I just find it easier to pop on the Audible book and go about doing what I'm doing. Usually I like listening to it in the mornings when my daughter's watching SpongeBob SquarePants. Do you know how annoying that cartoon is? I have gone like 30 years avoiding that annoyance and irritation. And they put it on CBBC during the week of the school week in the morning. The only reason why I keep it on is because there's a clock. It's the only reason why I keep it on. But I just put Audible on so I don't have to hear SpongeBob. I hate SpongeBob SquarePants. I always have. I was more of a Ren and Stimpy girl than SpongeBob. So, yeah. And I'm really sorry that this is such a whingy video. I'm tired. I am tired. And I'm really happy, though, and I'm really lucky that my art block has gone away. And because the way I deal with stress is not good, when I get really stressed, I get ill. I get tired. Like most people probably do. But for me, with everything that's going on, the world is going round at a very fast speed, and I just want to get off. It's not a carousel that I want to be on anymore. I'd like to go and live in the middle of nowhere, in the peace and quiet, where I'm able to get around my surroundings. And yeah, if it wasn't for YouTube, if it wasn't for people like my favourite booktubers that I watch, if it wasn't for the art tube that I watch, I'd probably go completely insane. Because I am stuck at home much more at the moment. I don't want to be, but it's what they call a vicious circle. Because I don't sleep very well, I have bouts of insomnia, which leads to the fatigue being worse, which leads to the pain sometimes being worse due to fatigue. It's kind of annoying. It really is. And I know that I just need to do something to sleep. And unfortunately, slightly naughtily, I do watch YouTube till silly o'clock in the morning, but I can't sleep. So I need to change that. And I need to try and get out more. But every time I try to do something that is a necessity, like we need to sort out my daughter's box room because she's outgrowing it. It's tidy, actually. She's doing quite well keeping it tidy, but it's not exactly a nice, welcoming, happy space, in my opinion. And I've had a bookcase that we need to put up for her since like last September, October time, and it's still in the box, ready to be put up. We've had these put up before having that put up, and that's kind of irritating because I feel bad. And I know it's not my fault, and my daughter and my husband, they would be the first to say, shut up, stop being stupid. Oh, talking of my daughter, now my art block is over, there is something good. She bought one of my art pieces off me last night. So I put the money in a savings tub somewhere, and I'm going to spend it on probably art supplies at some point. I need some new brushes. So yes, she insisted. If I argue with her, she gets like at me. She's like, shut up, I want to buy it. So I just allowed her to. So I'm putting it back into buying art materials that we can both use, because she loves doing art as well. But yeah, I have fleeting thoughts of, why do I even have a channel? I don't post very often anymore. I did quite well last year. I was posting videos of the books I read, etc., and things, and art hauls and things. But then I'd buy art materials and I'd swatch them and the video would go wrong. I did do a big swatching video and I thought I turned the volume off my phone and I couldn't. It turned out I hadn't. So you could hear my daughter in the background chattering and nattering the whole time. And I couldn't even do like voiceovers and stuff because it just didn't work. I couldn't shush the background noise. So I forgot what I'd hauled. So I kept them separate, but now they're all mixed up because I've been using them. And I just thought, well, is there a point to having a video if that's what's going to happen? So yeah, I go through these sporadic moments of thinking, I'll just delete the channel, no one's going to miss the channel. And then I realised that I like sitting and nattering to you all. I like making videos that probably sound like a bunch of nonsense, but what I've been reading, what I've been watching, what I've been enjoying. And I want to get better at giving reviews of films. Like, I watched, one of my favourite films is The Maiden Heist. It's also known under the name The Heist. But there's also another film with Gene Hackman called The Heist. But this one is called, if you go with The Maiden Heist, it's got Christopher Walken, William H. Macy, and Morgan Freeman. And it's about three guys who are old and should be retired, but they volunteer or they work at the Whitney Museum. And they all have a favourite piece of art. And they find out that the head of the gallery is sending these particular artworks to Denmark. And they get very upset, especially Christopher Walken, who he daydreams about saving it from robbers and things. It's quite silly and quite funny. And it's very plod along, and it's lovely. It's one of my favourite films. And I'm trying to get better at reviewing films, especially and books, without spoiling. The amount of times I've actually given a review on my channel about a film. I did it with The Golem. Love The Golem. Great horror film. And I had to spend, I think it was an hour, trying to edit out my spoiler bit. Whoops. And I suck at editing as well. I'm not very good at editing. I'm rubbish at editing. And I need better lighting, things like that. And I'm on my laptop because my husband's got my phone. Plus also I need a charger. That's a different story. But anyway, yeah, I'll let you know that the basically the Maiden Heist, though, back to that, because it is lovely, is they have to find someone to, or find a way to create a replica or a fake of their favourite painting / sculpture in order to kind of commit this heist. And watching them do it and put it into practice, it is very funny, and it's a lovely film, and I can highly recommend it. And I love heist films, especially art heist films. There's Incognito with Jason Patric. There's what's it called? Hudson Hawk with the wonderful Bruce Willis. He gets out of prison and he's forced to commit a art heist from a gallery, and I think it might be Italy. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it. So I'll be watching that again, and I will review it on my channel. But I just feel really bad that I sporadically post now, and I've not even done Poetry Thursday for 3-4 Thursdays in a row because I'd forgotten or I was too unwell. Last week my daughter was on half term, which is why I missed it last week, and this week I was going to make a video and explain that I wouldn't be doing Poetry Thursdays for a little while because unfortunately life and stress and feeling ill are a mix that don't make for sitting down and reading poetry very successfully. But I just wanted to make this video just to say that I'm still going to be around. I won't delete my channel. I'm keeping my channel. I think I should post maybe once a month or whenever something fun happens that I can make shorts for, or a full video. I like to natter, even if nobody watches. Maybe no one will watch this video and I'm just nattering for nattering's sake. But I have a couple of ideas for some great videos. Like there's an actress called Lily Sobieski, I think her name was. She's still alive, She gave up acting to become an artist under the name of Lily Kimmel. She took her husband's name. And it's a really interesting story, and I want to make a video on that. And that was a video I was going to make. And I had all these great ideas for videos, and I've not made a single one. So I am not going to get rid of my channel. I'm not. I'm keeping it.
need to take the pressure off needing to make videos, especially until I at least have my room back. And for me, it's frustrating because I am very limited to what I can do, especially as I've mentioned that, unfortunately and annoyingly, my chronic condition is getting worse. Not getting better. It is just creeping along at an annoying pace that's just making it worse. I mean, I put a little bit of flooring down because I was having my headboard bed thingy replaced because it's broken. Didn't work. It's taken me till now to get over it, and that was on Monday. And I was really ill because of it. And I realised that I can't even do simple tasks anymore. Some simple tasks, not all simple tasks. I mean, I can still make a cup of tea, I can still get a glass of water. I am lucky in that way. But there are anything physical, anything lifting, anything moving, anything that takes having to put things down and lift things up, I can't do. And it's frustrating and it's upsetting. And for anyone who is suffering from a chronic illness or suffering from a disability like me, then you know what I'm talking about. And it may be kind of like you're thinking, oh, she's moaning and she can make a cup of tea. Why is she whinging? But it's the inability to be able to do certain tasks. It's hard to really explain, and it's infuriating. It really is. I mean, I mentioned how I said that I feel useless. I know it's not something you should say, but it's how I feel at times, because there are some things that I cannot do. I can wake up in the morning, get my daughter ready for school with my husband's help, and then I go back for a lie down for an hour because I didn't sleep very well that night, and because I have to move a bunch of stuff. I mean, this is my desk. I'm on a desk, and my computer's on the desk, and there's gubbins on the desk because my daughter's doing her SATs at the moment, and she's got to practice. And the desk's taken up. And to be able to sit at the desk and do artwork, I have to move a bunch of stuff. And sometimes I just can't do that. Luckily, I've got a table at the sofa that I can sit at and I can do artwork, which I would like to share. So it's not a completely miserable video. I did a sketch. I did a couple of sketches. The other one, as I said, I think I've mentioned, my daughter bought. And this is it. You can't really see. It's a really crappy light. I'll share a photo, to be honest. The photo looks a lot better. You can find it on Instagram. But this is a sketch, and I'd like to take this further. But I really have a lack of space. And it's the reason why I'm frustrated. I just can't just simply get a room sorted out. Once upon a time, I used to move my room around every week through boredom. And my mum was always going, have you moved your room round again? Or, I can hear you moving your room round, stop it. And I'd be like, nearly finished. And it'd take me 2-3 weeks to sort out that mess and be back to square one. But if I do that now, yeah, no, I can't even move this chair properly without facing some problems. And I'm aware of that. And I think what I need to do is, I need to first of all sleep, which would be really handy. And I also have been starting to look at things that will help me to do certain things. So I have the book tilt thing, which is okay, but I'd like something better, something specific, but they don't make them, so you have to put up with what you get. And so it does help with bigger books when I'm able to sit and read. And I'm so happy about Audible. I used to think Audible was cheating, but I'm glad we've got Audible. I really am. And
I just need to get kind of a handle on things like the fatigue and the pain. And I need to find things that will help me in my art practice. And when I find them, I will let you know. It's like my easel. Love my easel to bits, but I can't easily move it because it causes upper body pain. But I might save up for a tilting one. You can get electric ones, you know. You press buttons and it moves the thing for you. They're like £1,000. I will save up. One day I will be able to get a couple of things like that, which will help me, and I just have to press a button, which is great. And most people might think that's really lazy, but for me, it's not laziness. It means I can continue with my art practice, doing something larger whilst I'm sat down, that is not going to cause pain and is not going to cause as much fatigue, which would be great. It's a shame there isn't a company that makes things for disabled people. Heck, if I had the money, I'd probably try and find the clever people to make these things and sell them, but unfortunately I'm nowhere in any position to do that. I had to buy a skip and had to not get my rollator that month. It'll be a couple of months before I get it now, because I've got to save up again. Thanks, Manchester. We don't know what they want us to do, but it's just life really can be a bit rubbish sometimes, can't it? And I don't mean to make an oh woe is me miserable video. I could just as easily just decided not to do this and watch YouTube all afternoon. And they're due back soon because it's getting dark. As you can tell, the light is completely going. But I'll come back in a few weeks. Couple weeks, a few weeks. I can't say exactly when. But when I'm able to sit and make a video that I can do in comfort, that I can do in quiet, I'll make a video. And I will share the goodies with you that I have been doing and even buying, because I bought myself some paintbrushes. That's the word. I bought some paintbrushes yesterday from Ryman's. Graduate, by the way, paintbrushes, if you are a fan of them. They sell the singular ones, at least the one in mine, in sale. They're £3.50 each. They go up to like £14 if you go to Hobbycraft. My husband was going to take me to Hobbycraft. I'm glad he didn't though. Glad we went to Ryman's in sale instead, because I'll be going back next week to get some, pardon me please, to get some paintbrushes. Anyway, I've been going for half an hour on a whingy whinge, so I will leave it there for now. I'm really sorry that I moaned, and yeah, I'll be keeping my channel. I will. I've got some great ideas that I really want to do, and I think once I am, because I'm not brilliantly confident. I mean, I make the videos in the car because I'm the only one in the car, and it's quiet, and I don't have any disruptions or anything. So yeah, I need to suck it up and yeah. I mean, I couldn't have made this video if my husband was here, because it's such a whinge, and yeah, I just needed a bit of peace and quiet to do this one. But hopefully in a few weeks or in a couple of months, I can do a take you with me, because my daughter's room will be cleared out because she'll be in her bigger room, and I will have done a painting for her, and yeah. So until then, if you want to find me, you can find me on, I'm not on Facebook anymore for this channel. I deleted it. It was just not worth it. But you can find me on Instagram, on here, YouTube, and on Goodreads. And on that note, good reading to you. Stay warm, stay cozy, happy reading, and have a lovely weekend. I will pop off now, make a brew, watch a bit of Mary Lynn Buchanan, and yeah, wait for hubby and medium me to come back. I'll give him a ring, actually, I think. And again, I'm sorry it was such a whingy video, and it was probably quite a bit of a ramble, weird video. If you got anything out of it, then happy to help. But yeah, I will be back with I think I might do my favourite art books and show some of my artwork. I have a couple of ideas, and I'll do a wrap up as well of what I've been reading, which admittedly is not a huge amount. But I will see you all very soon, hopefully. I will be back. Don't worry. In the words of the Terminator, I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back. I'm not going to get rid of the channel. It's staying. It's the only way I can stay sane when I'm stuck in the house by myself sometimes. So yeah. Again, stay warm, stay cozy, happy reading to you. I'll see you later. Bye bye, everyone. Bye.